Welcome to Raw Music Meets. We are with Lovejoy today. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Sure, certainly. I'll go first. I'm Brandon. I'm the singer.
What's up? I'm Tyler. I play bass guitar.
I'm Dylan. I play guitar.
I'm Jacob. I play guitar as well.
And we have our drummer, Travis, who's not here today with us because he's at work right now.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, understandable. So what is, right, your go-to pizza toppings?
Bacon.
Ooh.
Bacon with
Pepperoni.
everything.
I
Bacon
definitely
alone or with something else always works.
I do enjoy the beef. I like pepperoni and hamburgers as well.
I'd say, I don't know. Meats are always great. Meat lovers is a good go-to. Probably, hamburger, pepperoni.
I will take jalapenos as well, just to throw some spice in there.
You guys have 2 tracks out at the moment, and your most recent one's No Regard. Where did the idea of the song come from?
No Regard. I think Jacob had the riff, right?
Yeah,
and then,
it was probably like 4:30 or 5 in the morning. I wrote the intro to the song actually, and it was I kind of showed it to them. I woke up later and they're like, "Yeah, let's work on it." And so it eventually, it all kind of came together. And I don't know. I feel like generally the song was, I wasn't really sure about it at first, but it all came out good. We went down and recorded it eventually, and it ended up being a big hit for us, doing really well.
I feel like we jammed it in like circles in your garage for like an hour, like from like me just trying to like hammer out like a good bass line for it. And I think when we got to Kevin's to record it, actually, I completely drew a blank on everything I had come up with.
Yeah. It was because it was a little bit of it was eventually like Dylan and Brandon really got like a lot of the rest of the song rolling. It was coming together, and I asked Brandon, I said, "Hey, like, I'm not sure about this, but like, I hope you are." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I got it." And so eventually when we got it done, it was perfect. We loved it.
You've also released a video for No Regard, but I have one main question. Whose cat is that and what is it called?
It's our it's Nick's NYX. It's our producer Kevin Gates's cat. Nix is super mean to everybody that isn't Kevin and his wife. Nix is not a fan of any of us, and like she'll like come up like she's like gonna be sweet, and then like you'll be like, "Oh, like Nix is finally coming out and like warming up to me," and then she like hisses and like runs off. I'm like, "Oh
yeah,
okay."
It's terrifying.
Like I thought we were breaking ground here, but I guess not.
It was a pretty good icebreaker for us though. We got loads of comments on our videos and everything where they're like, "Yeah, the cat's really cool," and we're like, "Oh," because our friend who did the video, he just kind of put it in, and we're like, "Oh, that's a cool shot," and then everybody just loved it, and we're like, "Perfect."
Everyone was far away in the shot.
Yeah, we didn't even know that he got that shot until he showed it to us too. So,
All right. So your first ever single that you released was Bittersweet, and you released it on Valentine's Day. What was the thought behind that, or was it just a coincidence?
There was a little bit of thought behind it. I feel like it's kind of your typical, song that anyone could find, but it's, anybody who, goes through being, falling for someone and kind of going through the wrap of, just finding out that they don't feel the same way and they don't give enough effort into it the way you do, I think, and finding out, it's just not for you. But really, the big thing was when we did the video, we wanted, we had the meaning of the song, but we really wanted the video to be something kind of just different, because we could have easily plugged in, any sort of guy or girl and, just made them, throw their hands up and say, "What?" But we just got that video idea, and that was really, I think, what made the song fun to do all together.
And it was fun to shoot too. It was fun to shoot, although it was really cold outside.
Mm-hmm.
It was freezing. It was fun to shoot though.
Yeah, we tried to get it to look like it was the summertime. So some of us wore like short sleeves, and it was a bad choice.
Yeah.
We've actually got a game to play with you guys. I don't know.
Cool.
So on a lot of my radio shows, I play a game called Slang It, which is where I give out slang words, and you have to tell me their meaning. I've chosen some British slang words to see how well you guys know kind of England. So the first one is a mug. So if I call someone a mug,
it's like
I can feel it, but I don't know if I can like say it. I feel like I see it in my head when you say that.
I feel like it's almost an insult.
Yeah, I was gonna say like an like a person that's like an undesirable. I don't know, maybe like
if someone called me that, I'd maybe think they're like, oh, like he's like not as intelligent or like creepy or like I don't know, or uncaring for the people around him. Maybe I don't know.
All right, so you guys you're kind of close. It's someone who's easily played. So like if you get played, yeah, you'd be a mug.
Okay.
But for behaving that
there
way.
you go.
All right, your next one is to call someone Peng.
Ooh, that one I really don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Pang, I mean, like in like America, it's like we get hunger pangs, but that's about it. I mean,
like, P-E-N-G, Peng.
oh,
Pang. Oh, Pang with an E.
Yeah, you guys are on your own. I'm
I'm not.
All right.
Give it a good guess. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Is it like I don't want to say that. All my guesses are
honestly,
really
any guess is better than no guess.
We can edit it out if needed.
Like traffic cones, like don't hit the pangs on the side of the road.
good a guess as anything. Yeah.
That was great. No, to call someone Peng is to call them beautiful or hot. So
wow.
It's used a lot by like roadmen. So they'll be like, oh, look at that painting, and it's like like a hot girl, you know.
Don't hit that beautiful traffic cone.
The next one is knackered. So I'm really knackered.
Like so heated, like angry, like fuming, like red face coming out of my
sad
ears.
Complete melancholy,
completely like destroyed or defeated over something.
I would say maybe like hungry almost, like you were in need of some food.
We all said something negative. I feel like it's going to be a positive thing.
No, so knackered means tired. So if you're exhausted, you're knackered. So you'll be like, I'm really knackered today.
I'm somewhere in the vicinity. Okay. All
right. This one I feel like is a more common one, but I'm going to put it there anyway. If I say I'm feeling really gutted about something.
Yeah, like
I would say
disappointed,
sad.
Right?
Like distraught, like upset.
Yeah, it's like really disappointed, like really upset. All right, and your last one, booky.
Spooky.
Wild,
Booky.
like that party was booky, bro. Like that was
crazy, out of control. You remember that party, that booky? Yeah, like I don't know, maybe.
Completely radical.
So booky means like a bit off, a bit spooky, a bit odd.
Oh, okay.
Right, so you guys got 1 out of 5. So.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
So back to serious questions, right? So what is your dream venue to ever play at? Like hitting peak career.
I feel like since we're on this interview, we need to say Wembley, but
Jacob wants to play the big racetrack in Germany. I already know it. I can see it in his eyes.
Nordschleife, the Nürburgring. I'd love that. Obviously, Rock am Ring is there every year.
There's this place called Red Rocks in Arizona. Red Rocks is in Arizona,
Colorado.
right?
It's in Colorado.
It's Colorado.
Colorado.
Oh,
Colorado.
Dang. Even better. But yeah, there's there's Red Rocks. Like this, it's like, I don't know. It looks cool.
In the United
I don't have a better answer.
In the United States, there's there's a venue out near Los Angeles in a town called Anaheim nearby. It's a place called the Chain Reaction where bands like Green Day and stuff got their start playing at venues like this, and it's a very old punk venue. That's a good one. Red Rocks is really cool. It's like an outdoor amphitheater surrounded by just red rock walls, pretty much like canyons. It's awesome.
Maybe somewhere in Japan too.
Me personally, I'd probably still say I know it's kind of cliche to say your hometown venue, but I've always dreamed about playing for Enterprise Center, sold out. Where it's had different names like Scott Trade or Sabbath Center. It's now called the Enterprise Center. I just to be in your own hometown and play for that many people would just be nuts. So it'd be lots of fun.
The hockey rink, right?
Yeah, it'd be cool for our hometown hockey team, we finally won, our first championship last year after 51 years. And it would be a big thing, I went to games there, playoff games, and we watched the games, wind down there. And I'd just be cool to stand in the middle of all that and see a bunch of people that are, a lot of them from your hometown that really, desire you. I'm sure that's great for any band that does it.
That's cool. All right. Back to kind of, I guess, sillier questions, but this is more a challenge. Can you guys give us your best British accents, please?
Brandon, do your Ollie Sykes.
Okay. Ollie Sykes, we're not playing another note until we see what is it? Till we open
up a circle pit. Yeah.
Until we open up a circle pit. We're not playing another note until you open a circle pit. And it's just like stuff like that. So
I mean, I'm very like guilty of like, I'm a huge Oasis fan, and I'm not like gonna hide it either. So like I find myself like when I watch old interviews by them, I end up talking a lot like Liam or Noel, and it'll just, I'll say, you know what I mean, a lot or something like that. And it'll just drag into conversation when I'm talking to people over here. And my girlfriend will just be like, why are you talking like that? And I'm like, I don't know, listen to Champagne Supernova a little too much today. Like, my bad, like, so.
Jacob's girlfriend will be like, I'm breaking up with you. He'll be like, sad, innit?
Yeah.
So they were great British accents, kind of, I guess. I'll give you it. Yeah. What's your favorite thing that comes from the UK?
Ooh.
Or like, it could be a band, it could be a thing, it could be a person. Just.
There's a lot of I like a lot of British bands, so that's like a lot of thing. That's like a big thing for me. Like, I mean, obviously, like, I would say.
I mean, like.
Yeah, go ahead, Brandon. You go first.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, like, I know we joke about it, like I just said, like with Ollie Sykes, but I really do like Bring Me the Horizon's music. So that's probably one of my favorite bands out of UK. I don't know a whole bunch about like foods over there. I don't know if it's any different or if there's any kind of dishes or entrees you have.
Right?
Brown sauce, like HP sauce.
Brown sauce.
Yeah. That's it for me. Jacob's gonna say like John Lennon or Oasis, like not brown sauce.
I was gonna say it's for like bands. It's like Oasis and Mallory Knock. I don't know, something other from England. I mean, yeah, I haven't been to England. I want to come over there. I really actually want to come there and see what the culture and food are all about.
I haven't been to England, but I've been to Ireland, and like the meat, like especially like the fish, like compared to here is like, dude, it's so good.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Brandon because Bring Me the Horizon. I love Lee Malia. They're one of their guitar players. I love all his gear, his own personal guitar, and he seems like a really cool guy, really down to earth, and yeah.
So because you've obviously got these two songs out. What is your writing process? How do you go from an idea to actually recording the tracks?
We basically well, with one we're working on right now, we don't have much for it, but we've kind of been just sitting together as a group collectively, like, hey, like we're just kind of playing around with different notes and chords, and like each of us individually has like our own songs we've written or like riffs we've written, and we just take them collectively to the group and see what we can do with like working for them like as one big song. And we have one we're working on right now that's got a little bit of like a first verse, I'd say, and a chorus, maybe second verse, maybe.
And then worked on the rest of that thing. Yeah.
So it's pretty much done. Once we get that idea of a song like straight done, like and everything, like as far as like music goes, that's when I come in and I try to like listen to it over and over and over again to try to find certain types of lyrics that I would want to write for it and how I would want to sing it or make it sound whenever we take it to our producer Kevin down in Springfield, Missouri to record. So that's usually how it goes. We have the two out that we wrote, like with No Regard, we wrote that all collectively together. Jacob came up with the initial riff, like he said. We all just kind of brought it together as a group, and then I wrote the lyrics once it was all done. We pretty much did the same thing with, Bittersweet was kind of different because we had, different members at the time when we wrote Bittersweet. But it was pretty much the same concept. They wrote the song together, and then I came in and wrote the lyrics, and then we recorded it. So.
All right, so I run a radio show called Salty Subject where we talk all kind of about pet hates. So what are your guys' biggest pet hates?
The traffic over here is terrible. And the drivers, even worse. I had an incident yesterday where a guy was slowing down because there was road work on the right side of a 2-lane highway. And I was trying to merge over into the left lane because the road work was on the right lane. And he slowed down when I was trying to get over to let me in front of him, but he was in my blind spot. So I was just like, dude, you're already there. Just go. Like, it's fine. I'll slow down and go behind you. It's fine. It's no worries. Then he flips me off, like flips me the bird. And I'm just like, what the hell did I do? Like I don't get it.
I think a lot of people are, they kind of they kind of don't like whenever you're trying to talk to someone and they're on their phone, like completely, just straight up the entire time. If you got to check some real quick, I'm okay with that. But like people who are completely on it the entire time, that's one thing that will get it.
Back to like the traffic thing for me, because Brandon brought something up that kind of makes me mad. It's like if I'm like 20 cars like behind someone, but like there's no one in front of me, and they get to a stop sign and they stop, and then they sit there for me to get right behind them, and then they go. That makes me mad.
I'm not a fan of like hearing the same thing over and over again. Like I don't know. We haven't talked about it in this call, but there's like a certain thing going on that you kind of see everywhere in the news all the time, no matter where you go. And like I get like it's like, you know, stuff like that's an emergency, but just like ever since I was like in like high school and stuff like that, like just like hear the same thing over and over and over again. It's like, hey, this is a thing. Hey, this is a thing. You got to remember it. And like, I know, I'm like everyone's talking about it. I'm like I heard about it already. Like, you know, but so I guess that.
What are you guys hoping to achieve in the next coming year or so? Have you got any plans?
I
blow up and then act like
no. Blow up and act like we don't know nobody.
No.
And then get like riff-raff teeth. No, just to like I guess really, you know,
we want to play our first show for sure.
Yeah,
we haven't played our
gotten to
first
do
show
that
yet. That got canceled because of that thing I was talking about earlier. You know, just like play shows and, you know, meet people and like put out cool stuff and just like, you know, have a good time and make, you know, meaningful connections and all that good stuff, whether it be like in person or online, you know, just
sure. I mean,
100% agree.
We've been really happy with the response to No Regard, and you know, it's just a shame, obviously, you know, we'd love to take that momentum and put it out on the stage right now. Songs lined up and pretty much ready, you know, to release. We're kind of just figuring out what our move is, because we just know that, you know, we don't know quite when we're going to be able to play out again, and I'm sure that's for pretty much any band around the world right now.
Do you guys know? Do you know what Doctor Who is? I don't know if you have Doctor Who in the US. Do you know about Doctor Who?
Doctor Who's like a thing that like everybody has like a weird friend or like a weird dad's friend that like loves Doctor Who so much with like hard opinions on it, you know, but like it's not like I think like everyone knows about it, but like not everyone's super into it.
Given that you know what Doctor Who is, I'm assuming you know what the TARDIS is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you could own either the DeLorean from Back to the Future or the TARDIS from Doctor Who, which one would you get?
Do you want the English answer or the American answer?
Well, you take all answers.
I'll take the Jacob answer.
Yeah, I feel like the DeLorean, obviously, just because, but it's not even because of like, oh, it shoots flames out the back and breaks the time continuum, but it's like more of like, I'm really fascinated with like history and just like time in general and like being able to see different events as a fly on the wall. And I would just like, I don't know, I feel like that's like the, you know, intellectual's answer, but like, I don't know, the TARDIS would be kind of cool, I feel like, too. Like, I don't know.
Wait, okay. I know that the TARDIS was a police box that he rides around in. What does it do? Like, where, like,
it's a time traveling.
What doesn't it do?
Yeah.
Wait, so it can go back too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, in time.
See, that's
what
and space and.
Wait, okay, now here's the real kicker that I might also get caught for is I haven't seen Back to what is the DeLorean only goes back though, right?
You haven't seen Back to the Future?
Forward,
I haven't seen Back to the Future either. Don't tell Carl.
Yeah, no, like I know what happens because like everyone talks about it, so I never like felt compelled to see it. It's like one of those things where it's like there's so many jokes about it and like pop culture. It's like, oh, like, you know, like I'll see it eventually, like, but I'm not like compelled to. I would probably get a DeLorean because I haven't seen Back to the Future. The only thing I know about DeLoreans is like I think the whole car company was like a Coke front, and it's like a weird history thing. So like I would have like a time machine, and I'd also have like a weird like I don't know like true crime thing sort of too.
Yeah, I'd have to pick a DeLorean as well, so I can have a cool car.
Same.
Right around it.
Nah, bro, sick car.
Nah, just a cool car, man.
Nah, bro.
That's cool.
They're actually like dreadful cars. They used to fall apart, like the actual car, not the movie. But, like they were dreadfully made and awful. And you could only use it if you were like 6'4" because the doors were too high.
I wouldn't be able to use it then. I'm too short for that.
Better come with the hover on the bottom. Better come with the hover mech on the bottom, so that you know, because I don't buy a car without that. So.
That's all the questions that we have for you guys. But if you want to plug your socials, now is the time. So.
Tyler?
Oh yeah, I'm the one that has to remember all this. So you can find us on Instagram at love.joystl. And you can find us on Facebook at Lovejoy _band. And you can find us on Spotify and everything else by just putting in Lovejoy, and it'll come up. A picture of all our faces standing in front of a
rose bush
or a rose bush.
That's Stronghold.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Across campus, online, and on 12:51 AM. This is your student radio station.